Hey guys, it's a strength session today and I'm going to be based on a chair or anything to sit on or perch on, and I'm going to be using a band, but you might want to use dumbbells, discs, whatever works for you. So the strength exercises we're going to be looking at are going to be based on 40 seconds on with a 20-second recovery, and we're just going to work for the whole body, upper body, legs, core and so forth, and we're just going to work our way through. We're going to be working for 4 exercises, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, and then we're going to repeat those 4 movements. We're going to go for 3 rounds, and then we're going to have a break, and then we're going to hit the next round. Okay, so a nice load of exercise, nice chunk of exercises just to get everything moving and get you ready for your day. So I'm presuming that you're warm. If not, we're just going to do a couple of movement patterns, and then we're going to get straight into it. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you need to adapt and tweak the exercises to suit you, then do so. Don't feel you have to go full range or full depth. Just find the movement patterns that's appropriate. The main aim is to get your heart rate high, get blood flow through your body, stimulate those muscles, and just make yourself work a little bit harder. All right, just to get things moving. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, just going to get things nice and mobile. So ideally you're kind of warm by now, so if you're not, then do warm yourself up, but otherwise we're just going to work on that mobility. Just get this chair in position. Right, so mobility on the hip, we're just going to open through, so just lengthen that leg, feel the stretch in that groin. Do try and think about using the glutes and not just swaying through the movement. 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, swapping sides. So just allow for that stretch. Start off small and increase that range as you go. 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, forwards and backwards. So just swinging through. As you lift, try and think about focusing on that hip flex as you lift through, and then squeezing that glute on the way back. Try not hyperextend and arch your back to get the lift. Let's get that height through that muscle group. Think about your core. Let's hold that tummy nice and tight to stabilize that position, and breathing out as well at that full extension. There's 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, swapping sides. So you'll probably find there's a nice bit of blood flow going to those hips and those glutes, making the area feel alive. Just going to try and get it nice and mobile. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, lovely. Taking the seat forward, let's just get that core activated. So I'm going to perch on the edge. Okay, so we're just going to try and get a nice even spread between the feet and the glutes, sitting as tall as you can, and engage that pelvic floor, transverses, midsection nice and strong. And I'm just going to start to lift left and right. Now you're going to feel your body wants to twist and then shift or rock from side to side. But I'm just asking to stabilize through, feel that core brace. While I'm just sitting as tall as you can. And once you've got that movement, once you can feel the core brace, we're just going to start to bring those shoulders in. Breathe out when it's hard, breathe in when it's easy. Well done. If you feel you're in control, I want to start to extend that leg. Really focus on flexing up the quads, get that core nice and strong. 3, 2, well done, and there's 1. Okay, nice wide stance. I'd like to start to warm the quads and the glutes. So we're just going to go to a standing position. You're going to just hinge forwards, take your weight onto those feet, and you're going to press in and squeeze the glutes through and reach. Try and stabilize yourself back down. So I'm using my legs as opposed to just dropping into that chair. So if you find that that's catching the knee, well, I just want to go to the depth that's appropriate and squeeze through. But I want to focus on leading with the glutes. So my first movement here is my pelvis is leading the way, my glutes leading the way as I drop down into that chair, as opposed to my knees tracking forwards. Okay, so just work through. Now our first exercise today is going to be this squat movement. So I want you to find the depth that's appropriate for you. You might even want to put a cushion or something on the chair just to raise the height. And what I'm looking for is just that little tap and dry through. So this is our first movement on the exercise, just getting that blood flow into those thighs. Okay, a couple more for me. So it should be getting a little bit warmer, a bit more mobility through those hips. And last one, we're just going to drive that knee high. Looking for you to bring the knee above the hip. And I also now want to bring in a little bit of rotation. So knees to the elbows. I want to lengthen out the lumbar spine. Okay, so you feel that lengthening of the back and feel that lengthening of the glutes as you work through your thoracic spine. So that top section is starting to rotate as well. So try and just keep yourself nice and tall. Bring the knee to the elbow as you rotate through. So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, lovely. Should be ready to go. So we've got 4 movements. Just to give you a heads up, we've got a squat, we've got a shoulder press, we've got a row, and then I've got a step up, or I might bring in a lunge as well. Okay, so there's your 4 movements. Okay, grab a bit of water, just make sure you're ready to go. We're gonna go, you've got your kit with you. We've got 40 seconds on, 20 seconds rest. We're gonna go for 3 rounds. I'm not breaking in the middle, we're just gonna go the whole way through, okay? And then we'll have a break. Okay, so let's get started. So your first exercise is gonna be that squat. So push through, bring those shoulders in if you need to. If you wanna hold weights, go for it. Add that weight through. Okay, here we go, we're starting in 5. Okay, here we go. So tap and drive. So you just choose the pace that's appropriate. We're working for 40 seconds. Bring those arms in if you need to. Focusing on that core. Just nice and steady. If you've got a bar or some weights, you can dumbbells, you can bring that press in with that just to make it a bit more intense. The whole point is to make yourself, challenge yourself on the exercise. We've got 12 seconds in there when you've got your breather. 5 more in there, doing well. Nice, okay, lovely. Second exercise, shoulder press. So sitting on the bench, again, perched on the edge, bands underneath my legs, and I'm gonna go into my press, dumbbells or disc, whatever you wanna lift through, okay? So here we go, strong in that core. 5, 40 seconds, here we go. So again, you just find the turnover that's appropriate. Breathing out when it's hard, breathing in when it's easy. Focus on that midsection, nice and strong. If you've got a band, it's quite nice to get the lats in play. So I'm going to drive, squeeze, out and down, just add that little bit more. So you pick that pace that's appropriate. If you can go heavy, then do so, but do make sure you're sitting on the haunches of your bum, not slouching into that chair. 2 seconds in there, doing well. 1, okay, nice, lovely. With the band, you're going to go into your double arm row. So double band through into that row movement. If you've got dumbbells, then just lean forwards and we're going to fly through or row through with your dumbbells. So there's an option for you, okay? Here we go then, so double arm row. Extend my legs to make it a little bit harder. Squeezing those shoulders back and down. Try not to shrug through from those shoulders. Try and draw those elbows in, feel the lats. So those back muscles, draw the elbows back and down, draw the shoulders back and down, as opposed to pulling through that neckline. I want you to feel the chest open out as you squeeze the shoulder blades together, elbows close. Just drawing through that movement. If it's getting tough, then that leg, make it a bit easier. Or otherwise, if you want to make it harder, move those hands down that band. Okay, nice one, and rest, lovely. Last exercise, end the block, and then we're going to continue. We're going to go into that single leg step. All right, so we're going to present that foot through. Okay, I might even start to bring in a lunge. We're going to work on 5 on each side. Okay, here we go, 5 seconds. Okay, off we go then. So I've got 5, 4, 3, squeeze this opposite glute, 2 and 1. Okay, swapping sides, 5. So we're just going to keep working in 5s. So swapping sides, if you can now, just bring in a lunge So just dropping through into that movement to the depth that's appropriate for you. Again, once you've done your 5, then swap sides. So work to the depth that's appropriate. So you might even want to hold some weights on this exercise. Dropping down into that heel, keeping that chest up nice and tall. Nice one. 1 round down, 2 to go. So we're going to go back onto the chair into your squat to press. Okay, so again, dumbbells. You might want to bring a band in on this one now, so I'm going to add a bit of weight to the exercise. Comfortable stance, make sure the chair's there. Band in position. All right, squat to press, 40 seconds. Here we go, round 2. I'm just perching. Try not to load my weight onto the glutes. It's just contact and drive through. So like I say, it might just be down to that depth if the full range is not helpful in the knee, but ideally we're just trying to get you comfortable with squatting down into those chairs and then powering through. So drive, core nice and strong. Do well, keep that moving. Oh, lovely. Into those shoulders. So again, focus on that tummy. I just want to feel that tummy just as much as the other muscle groups. Let's feel that core, stabilize that position, stabilize that movement. Here we go then, shoulder press. I'm going to bring the lats in on this one. So drive, squeeze. That's good. Doing well, so keeping it steady. Well done, halfway through. I'm just going to pick up that pace now. So down, drive. Really trying to get that lactic build up, that oxygenated blood to those muscle groups to flush those toxins away. Should be burning now. Going strong in the core. Breathe through as it's hard. Doing well. There's 1. Nice one. Into your row, okay? Into that flying movement. So like I say, with dumbbells, you can row through from here or you can fly, but I'm going to work off the band. Okay, here we go then. 3. All right, nice and strong that core. Off we go. So lead with the elbows. Feel the shoulders engaged, back and down. The aim is just to put as much tension through you as we can. We really want to get those muscle groups under tension. Those muscle groups that stabilise our joints. Build that strength into our compound movements. Good well, guys. There's 5 in there. Nice. Okay, well done. Back onto the legs. Here we go. So that reverse lunge movement or step through. Okay, so it's a step or it's a lunge, however you want to approach the movement, okay? Working in 5, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, yeah, off we go. Gonna hold my tummy, my core, nice and strong to stabilise that movement. Oop. I'm just from that midsection. Arms are there to help. Once you've done your 5, and change it through. The closer I am to this chair, the more my glutes are going to have to work for me to pick that foot up. Like I say, it might just be a step, and that's fine. We're just getting those glutes to fire up and stabilise. Nice one. 2 down. 1 more round to go. So again, back into that squat to press. Now, if you want to make it a little bit more intense, we're going to go for a jump now on this first exercise. It's your choice. Just stick with the original or introduce a jump. Let's make it nice and effective on those sides. Okay, 3. Okay, here we go. All right. We'll drive through. We're going to really work into that lactic build up. My arms are there to counterbalance the movement. This is going to push the heart rate high. It's going to really get those legs working through. Try and stick with the pace for the 40 seconds. Think about that pelvic floor as you squat into the chair. 15 in there. You've got it, guys. Driving through. Well done, lovely. Shoulders, here we go. So, back into that shoulder press, band under the seat. Do make it nice and tough. Here we go. So nice and strong in that core. Okay, here we go. So again, try and find a pace, a rhythm that you can maintain the whole way through. Full extension, directly above the head. Try and stay away from pressuring out in front. Let's get directly above. Feel the stretch in the lats. Keep that scapula and the shoulders engaged as you drive through. Do well, it should burn. It should be burning. If it's not, I want to increase your turnover. Let's get as much as we can out of the movement. Nice, well done, okay. Into your row, okay, so working that back. Again, nice quick turnover. Alright, here we go then, so find the resistance that's appropriate. Shoulders engaged, core nice and strong, perched on the edge. Okay, here we go. Easing through. So I do want you to challenge yourself. Don't just go through the motion to tick off the 40 seconds. Let's put a bit of resistance in there. So you really have to work for it. So you get that maximum muscle contraction on each one, making it tough for the 40 seconds. 10 seconds in there, you got it. Guys, keep going for me. And relax, nice one. Okay, well done. Onto those legs again. So last time, reverse lunge. If you reverse lunge, don't feel you have to use the chair. We can just work through and drive. If you want to go for a slightly different movement. So I'm going to do that, but you choose which level to work to. So reverse lunge, here we go. Reverse lunge with a drive. 5. Okay, there's one, well done. Switching sides. Balance from that midsection. Feel the weight load down into those glutes. Again, it might just be a step and a drive. Don't feel you have to go full range. Work what's appropriate for you. Okay, doing well. Once you've done your 5, then change. Okay, lovely. Whew, well done guys, lovely. Grab some water. Going to give you a 40-second recovery, just a little breather, and then we're going to go into our next block of 4 movements, again 3 rounds. Whilst you're having a rest, I'm just going to show you those exercises now. So we're going to go for, first of all, your core. With the core, I want to stabilise with your weight directly over the chair, hands nice and close, legs wide. I'm going to go into my shoulder touch, aiming to keep my hips nice and level. There's your first exercise. Your second one, we're going to be freestanding. We're going to load down side strides for 4 with a press for 4, okay? We're then going to go into your seated work again. We're going to go for a pulling movement. I want to work those extended muscle groups. We're going to work the scapula. I'm going to show you that when we get there. And then pushing the heart rate nice and high, we're going to go into those side steps, okay? Or double jumping jacks, all right? Okay, that's enough waffle. Hopefully you've rested. Let's get into the second round. So again, 3 rounds through this second block. So let's hit that core first of all. Okay, 15 seconds. Let's get in position. So, pelvic floor transversus. This is a core exercise. Okay, your shoulders are going to be working, but I want to feel that midsection stabilize that position. Okay, here we go then. 2 and 1. Hands closed, arms directly over, breathing out, shoulder touch. Just take your time. It's more about bracing. I want you to be aware of that midsection stabilizing. Just watch out for your glutes. Let's make sure those glutes are engaged and my shoulders are directly over my hands. The wider the stance on your feet, the easier. If you bring those feet in, it's going to make it harder to stabilize. That's fine. Choose the level that's appropriate. Good, you're going to notice those legs, those hips are wanting to twist. Nice, okay, all right. Onto those legs, so we're going to go side strides to jump. So it might just be a shallow side stride, or it might be a deep. Ideally, you're down as low as you can to get those thighs working. Okay, here we go. So it's going to work the legs. The heart rate's going to go up on this one. Okay, into that chair. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Squat and drive. 4, 3, sitting into that chair to the depth that's appropriate. It might just be there, it might be the full range. If you can jump through, then do so. So we're just working in force. Just going to keep working through till that bell buzzes. Nice and deep, really get that lactic build up in those quads. Make them have to work. I'm using those legs to drive through. Well done. Okay, back onto the chair. Here we go. We're going to go into that scapular rotation. I'd like to put the band under one foot. Bend it so it's nice and easy. I'm going to rest my arms as if they're on a table. I'm going to rotate over that head. Okay, so here we go. Rotation through. Very much working on that scapula to hold it in position. Now this is tough. You may find that it gets too intense. So when you feel that you're losing control of the technique, just drop the band and then draw through. Feel the rotation of the shoulder. Draw back and down. Really focus on flexing up the lats, the rhomboids, drawing the scapula back in position. Really working on those postural muscles. Feel the stretch in the chest as you open nice and tall. Okay, well done. Great stuff. Onto your jumping jacks or side strides. We're going to push the heart rate up on this one. Okay, so here we go. So it's either side stride or it's double leg. So we're going to hit that 40 seconds. 4. Okay, here we go. So single leg. If you can go double, then do so. Again, I just want to pick a pace. Stick with that speed the whole way through. You can see the clock behind me ticking away. So just mindset, I'm just going to keep going. No breaks, not slowing down until I hear that pinger. So it could just be a side step or jump through. If it's catching the knees or the back, then just go into those side steps. Don't put yourself in compromised positions. Ooh, okay, well done. One round down, here we go. So second round, we're back onto that core. So stabilize. Midsection nice and strong. Here we go. So again, I challenge you just to take those legs closer to make it a bit tougher. Okay, here we go. Take your time, breathe out as you bring that hand across. Just focus on those hips. Are they dipping or twisting? Can you feel the core brace? This is a core exercise to hold yourself in position. Doing well. It should be intense. Focus on that pelvic floor. That's just as important as those transverses. So hold it nice and strong. Nearly there. Nice, well done. Back onto those legs. So side strides into your jumps to depth that's appropriate. Well done, just focus on your breathing, in through your nose, out through your mouth. You might want to check your heart rate, check your steps, just see where you're at. Can you push yourself any harder? If so, let's pick up the speed, let's get that depth in there. Okay, here we go. 4, 4. It's good, so it's just nice and steady. Loading through. If you're not jumping, you might want to go for a squat detached. Feel the hips open out as you draw through, just for 4. Okay, here we go. Good, got to really get that heart rate up. Feel that lactic build up in those thighs. Well done, great stuff. Back into your scapula. So again, with the band or just that body weight. So this is a real postural muscle group we're working here. We just want to open up that posture. So let's sit nice and tall on the haunches of those glutes. Here we go, and rotate. Just really be aware of that shoulder rotating, holding that core nice and strong. I'm going to change the last time. We're going to just go for a slightly different movement. So just working through from here. When it gets intense, just try and get a little bit more out of the exercise, working on that rotator cuff. When you're done, let's just work through. Really be aware of that shoulder rotating. Just taking your time and working through. Nice one. Back into the heart rate. So into your side strides. All that double movement pattern. So again, I'm going to challenge you. Maintain your 40 seconds without a break or a breather. 3, 2, okay, let's go. So can you go faster? Can you go bigger in the movement? So stick with that pace all the way to the 40-second mark. Yep, this is going to get that heart rate up. Come on, you've got it. Intentional drive through over the head. Intentional wide stride with those legs. Doing well, nearly there. Nice, well done. 2 rounds down, 1 more to go, and then we're going to stretch out. You've done really well. So here we go, we're going to get back into that core. So press up position, wide stance to make it a bit easier. Oh, getting hot now. Here we go. Just nice and controlled. I'm just allowing that heart rate to recover, but I'm asking my core to stabilise the movement. Nice and steady. Shoulders directly over the wrists. You feel the obliques work, feel the core, the abs work to brace, to stabilise that shift. Doing well. Keep that weight forwards, nearly there. Well done. Back into those legs. Side strides to push, or your ankle to hand. Get the hips open. Here we go then. 4, 3, 2, 1. So you're gonna ankle through, 4, ankle through, 3, really feel the hips open out, 2, and there's 1. Okay, yeah. Jump through if you can, 4. Hold on. Leading with that knee. Get those glutes to work, as well as holding those thighs. So again, as deep as you can, keep those quads. Nice, well done. Back into that scapula. So I'm going to go for a slightly different approach this time. So with the band, grab a comfortable stance. When this gets intense, we'll go back to the original movement. But for now, I want to open out the scapula. Sorry, open out the chest, contract that scapula as I draw back and down. All right, so very similar muscle groups, but just a slight different angle. Open out that chest as you draw the elbows back and down. Feel that scapular work as you draw through. When it gets tough, keep going. Then when you can't go anymore, then go into that original rotation of the shoulder. Go on again, we're working those postural muscles, just working that. There's lots of groups that are going to open up that posture. Just keep you nice and tall, nice and upright as you sit and stand. Whew. It's getting a bit intense. Keep going. Nearly there. Okay. Hold on. Okay, last one. Heart rate work. So again, side strides or your jumping jacks. Oh, my shoulders are tired now. Here we go. Last exercise and then we're done. Let's give it everything we got. Don't save anything for reserve. Let's push it through. 40 seconds. All the way through. And then we're going to rest. That's good, you got it. Once you pick that pace, tell yourself you're going to stay with that workload. Yeah, keep working through all the way to the end. Don't stop, keep driving through. Yeah, nearly there. And relax. Well done guys, nice one. Grab some water, have a quick sip, then take yourself down onto the chair. We're going to do some seated stretches and then we're done. Well done. So just focus on that breathing. In for your nose, out for your mouth. We're just trying to recover to resting heart rate or normal state as quickly as we can. Okay, one more for me, nice and deep. Well done. Into your hamstring stretch. So just very quickly stretch the hamstrings, glutes, and quads and chest, and then we're done. So extend one leg in front for me. Just hinge forwards. Feel the stretch off the back of the leg. If I pull that toe towards me, just going to get that sciatic nerve in there a little bit more, so this makes it more intense. If you can, work your way down to your toe, then great. Just create a little bit of rotation. We'll just add that little bit more as we bring the opposite leg through. So mild discomfort in the back of the leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, there's 1. Nice one. Swapping sides, so again hinging through. Just feel that stretch, and when you can, we're going to breathe out. And get a bit more of a lengthening through that hamstring. Again, if you can rotate it through, then do so. 5, 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Nice one. Into the glutes. So hands onto the edge, one knee onto the ankle. Just take yourself away from that chair, and you're just going to sit down with the back nice and close to the chair, and you're going to feel this glutes and hip just open out as you drop down through. A nice even spread between of your weight between your foot and your hand. You might even want to lean back on your back slightly, but just feel the depth going into that glute. 5, 3, 2, and there's 1. Well done. Okay, swapping sides. Five, 3, 2, and 1. Nice one. Into your chest. So you can just place your hands behind your back, or you might want to hold into the chair and just lean forwards. Just allow yourself to open up on that chest. There's no right and wrong position, just find an angle that's appropriate where you can feel optimally stretched in your front delts and that chest. As you lean forwards, you may find that just holding behind and opening through is more effective. 5, 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, nice. Well done. Into those quads. So just stand behind the chair for me, or just grab onto anything that's stable. Holding on, just bring that one foot through. Try and make sure those knees are in line. Push those hips forwards, take it to that quad stretch on the one side. That's good. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Well done. Swapping sides. So engage. Do hold onto that chair if needed. Knees in line. Push the hip flexor through. Focus on that core. Really feel that stretch going through the quad. Push the hips forward to get that hip flexor in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, nice one. And there's finishing off, little challenge for me, hands out to the side. I'm going to use this as my balance aid. I'm going to stand on one leg. Choose carefully, one's slightly better than the other. So balance yourself out, knee in line with the hip. Focus on this glute to stabilise the exercise. Think about your breathing. Nice and controlled. Okay, when you're ready, I want you to close your eyes in 3, 2, and close your eyes. Try and hold. Relax. Well done, guys. Have a great day today. You've done really well. Hopefully you feel energized. If you want to do some more and do it again, I'll go to my YouTube site and just check out the other videos. But otherwise, have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Well done.